Welcome everybody back to the channel, and today I wanted to bring you a promised unboxing of the latest in the Undaunted stable from Osprey Games. This is the long-awaited Osprey Undaunted Stalingrad from David Thompson and Trevor Benjamin, who've done all of these games so far. This is my buddy's game. He's very kindly lent it to me to show you the contents of the game in an unboxing. Looking forward to playing this at the club. But the first thing you can see here is that this is a massive box, and on a much larger scale than the previous Undaunted games were. This is a much bigger game for lots of reasons, and of course comes with a much bigger price ticket. That was one of the reasons that kind of personally put me off a little bit. I've bought all the other Undaunted games and I quite like the price point with those, but this one, which was sort of double the cost, although it's a period I was very interested in, I was thinking both in terms of storage and justification of the cost as well. But what we will do, I'm not going to turn the box over because my buddy's already kindly kind of boxed everything up, and I don't want to mess up his arrangement there. But you can see the beautiful artwork on the box, and what you get with this is a lot of kit that is going to give you a massive amount of longevity to this game. Now, it's Undaunted, and for those of you who haven't played Undaunted as yet, where have you been? Living under a rock? Because this game really took things by storm when it was released. It's great in that there's various versions that you can play solo, you can play multiplayer, you can play against one another. You know, it's a very adaptable game, and it's a brilliant deck mechanism that is used to play the game. I'm not going to go into how the game works today. As I say, a lot of you will already have Undaunted titles on your shelves, but if you haven't, you should be able to pick up some of the initial copies of Normandy, North Africa, maybe Reinforcements, at still very competitive prices, and they're well worth the investment. I'd strongly recommend. There are lots and lots of videos of these games on YouTube. Have a look at them, see if it's something that tickles your fancy. I would say these are fabulous introductory games for people coming into the hobby, perhaps even for non-wargamers to play. May give them a little bit of a flavour without being too detailed, but there's a lot of chrome and there's a lot of tactical decision making in here that adds friction into the game without becoming too bogged down in the detail. So for me, this game is something that's available for anybody to play, whatever their gaming preference. But let's show you some of what's in the box. As I say, this is heavy, it's big, and it contains an awful lot of things. So the first thing is, inside the box lid you've got this lovely graphic detail. Again, just all nice little extras. And then the first thing you see in the box is a mass of books. So we've got the map book, and we're talking maps and maps and maps and maps and maps of scenarios, setups for the tiles. You can see what I'm saying here about the sheer volume of options in terms of being able to play this game. So that's the map book. You've got a German scenario book, always in these lovely sort of Undaunted bold colours. I love the way they do these, and these little books. This is the German one. You've got a campaign record there. You've got details, briefings for the different games, which I really like. and it tells you what scenario to play off the back of the briefing, so you can really set the atmosphere when you're playing the game. And you know, it gives you, again, different things in here to look at from that point of view. So that's the German scenario book. You've got the Soviet scenario book in this lovely red, exactly the same. So depending on what your poison is in terms of German or Russian, you've got options there. Then you've got the rule book, which is this big softback pamphlet. I like the way they've done this. Runs to 31 pages. The rules, yes, probably going to have a little bit more detail because of the nature of the fact it's Stalingrad. It talks about if you have played Undaunted before, so maybe a lot of overlap there in terms of things. You got components lists, really nicely done, again, sort of introductory scenarios to sort of ease you into the game, and then telling you what to do beyond that as you add in extra bits and pieces. So it's very, very nicely presented and set out. Rules for your first game, scenario 1, and you've got your map, you've got your cards that you're using for that game. Really, really good. Really, really good. And you know, when you look at the quality of this, again, Osprey have come up trumps. How to play starts at page 12, so we're already a good way into the game, but this is all about game 1. Then we got the campaign step, so this is sort of getting into the wider rules of the game. Transforming the city of Stalingrad. It just continues. New component markers, sort of easing you into different elements of the game. So that's the rules. Really nicely provided, produced, and it actually makes it very clear there. Do not read any booklets, unseal any decks, punch any punch boards, or move any other components until you've read the assembly and storage guide. So obviously my gaming chum has already done that, but that gives you a good idea there of some of the bits. We've then got the punch boards themselves. Again, some really nice elements on there. Looks like tunnels, or maybe into the sewers there. These are quite sort of plain counter marks. And then you've got the units themselves. So these are the Russian ones. You can see the standard sort of riflemen, gunners, scouts are in there. But you've got some other interesting elements in there, such as partisans, sharpshooters, engineers, and then you've got the tanks. KV-1, T-34s, a T-34-76 modified. Really, really nice artwork again, beautiful artwork in fact, as was on the original games. So very, very nice. We've got the German board, again similar. You got your standard units, and then again they've got these extra, including Romanians. So a nice bit of chrome there. Panzer IV, Panzer III, got the Stug. So again, some interesting vehicles in the mix there as well. And then you've got what really is a superb element of these boxes, and that is some of the storage. So this will be for the counters, and a nice plastic lid so everything doesn't get thrown about in the box. And then you've already got the trays built in for the various cards and the dice, which you've got in there, D10s. So you've got these locked decks that you mustn't open until you're prompted. You can just see some of the artwork again in there is of excellent quality. Again, you've got different types of decks. Do not open until instructed. There's lots of that going on. Again, you've got some of the Russian decks there as well. Hopefully you can see those okay. Upgrade decks. and the reserve deck will be the other one. Then you've got, as you can see here, all the tiles for the game. So if I just grab some of these out so you can see a few of them. Again, really nice. We've got Pavlov's house, funny enough, there. And it gives you a little bit on the back telling you a little bit about it. All these elements kind of telling you what the different things do. The waterworks, again, really nicely done. Grudenin's steam mill, again a bit of history. So you're going to learn a lot about all these different elements that were going on within the Stalingrad battle. All these famous, or what became notoriously famous, buildings where some of the major battles took place, and a little bit of history behind those. Really nice to see. But you can see there is huge amounts of tiles, just to show you some other ones with some different elements to them. It's really nice artwork. Let's grab some from the back as well, just in case they're a little bit different. I'll get these ones out with difficulty, I think. There we go. Got a command post on that one. It's again all just slightly different, perhaps a railway line there. But you can see there you've got so many tile options that you're going to have masses and masses of scenarios, and of course all of this is kept beautifully in this sort of really well organized box. Again, well done to Osprey in terms of the design and format, and again everything is really nicely produced, top quality components, nice color schemes. And that is Undaunted Stalingrad from Osprey Games, David Thompson, Trevor Benjamin, and yeah, hope to see this one on the table very soon, and looking forward now to the next one that's already been announced, which will be the Battle of Britain, where we start moving into aeroplanes. So could we have ships in due course as well? Watch this space, let's see. But thank you for watching this unboxing video. Hope you've enjoyed it, and see you again very soon.